G'day and welcome back. We're going to finish off, at least for the moment, we're going to finish off our strength roles. So we've got a couple of things that we want to do here. One of them, what if they want to use the modifier stack? Now, I don't know that the modifier stack should be used a whole lot in Dungeon World, but the ability is there. Everyone homebrews games to different levels and stuff like that. So let's add the support in, and it's very difficult to do in the Ruleset wizard. We come down here to, so I've clicked on my number, and which is a role field, and we use modifier stack to true, and it will do it all for us. So what does that do? If there's a value in the modifier stack, it'll grab the value, it'll grab the description if anything, it'll add them to the role, and then it will reset the modifier stack when the role is complete. So that's awesome. Nice and simple change for us there. The next part that we want to do is I've added in a line here, dice roll description equals dice roll description, open brackets, n attribute. So we're going to append the value. So if my strength is 8, it's going to put strength 8, or if my strength is 15, it'll be strength 15 in the roll. And I think that's it for those sections. What we will do later on is we will build some support in there for items and effects. So we will have to come back and look at this at a later stage. But let's try that just for the moment. Let's push the rule set and we'll go reload our tabletop. Alright, so we've got strength, we've got the debility weak on there. So we should get a couple of things added to our roll. So we can see strength 16, which is the value here, weak, which is our debility, and we got a result of a success. Let's change the debility. Let's adjust our strength, and let's re-roll that again. Okay, so strength 10, it's updated the new value, and it's removed the debility. Let's put it back on, and let's add a modifier. So we'll put a modifier of 1 there, and we'll roll. We get strength 14, weak, plus 1, so we get our result. And as well, I mentioned that we could have modifiers with description. So say we've got one here, so it's going to add plus 1 plus a description of advantage. We should be able to see that down here by hovering over the one. We can see the description there of advantage. If we roll now, advantage will also be appended into the description. Strength 14, weak, advantage plus 1. Okay, so they're all accounted for, which is nice and simple. Alright, let's move on to the next bit. I think what we'll do next is we will set these up properly. So I'm going to nuke Constitution and Strength because we've added some extra code and things like that here. I'm going to nuke these, and I'm going to duplicate Strength into these, and we will see how where that takes us. I'm going to select them all here, and I'm going to unlock them and delete them. I'm going to select this one, and I'll leave it locked. But then I'm going to Control C, Control V, and I'm going to use Shift and the arrow keys to move it in increments of 10, and move it across like that. Do it again. Fantastic. Possibly we're going to move these a little bit further just to, so I've made the gap between them size 10, and that fills up our space a little bit better. So we've duplicated those. I'm going to select all 3 of them this time, duplicate it, move them down, and place them there, and I'm going to lock them all, and then I'm just going to go through the task of updating all the names of these fields. You don't want to see that. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alrighty, so I finished that. I've duplicated strength a number of times. I originally had Constitution in second spot, but checking the character sheets, it should be Dexterity, so I've reordered those. You can do a quick sanity check looking down this Object Explorer on the left, looking for anything that's got numbers in it, because it tends to tell you that maybe you've missed something in renaming them. But we can see here we've got Intelligence, which is the number field, The things I had to change there was its name, and I had to change the role description. Then we've got intelligence label. All I changed on that was the text and the name. Then we've got intelligence stability. We just changed the name. And then we've got intelligence stability label. We changed the name and also the text. And then we've repeated that for all 5 of the additional stats. So we'll push that out. Okay, we've got a duplicate somewhere. Okay, I see it, I see it, I see it. So I've got a debility label and a debility label. Only one of those is labeled. This one is the field. So remove that. Let's push it again. Okay, good. My table is reloading. We should have that back up in a sec. And we've got all of our stats. What we might do is I might set the default for these just to be 9 or something like that. Just to give us something in there. Not that it matters too much, because I think that they will originally you get and an array of stats, but we might set them as 9s or whatever anyway, just as a default. Otherwise, that section is done. Thank you. I'll see you guys soon enough.